Hi everyone. I've recently been asked at a financial literacy session that I was taking for a company. The question that came up is, am I contributing enough to my KiwiSaver? That is a really good question. So today I'm going to actually share with you the sorted tools that we use during our financial literacy sessions. So let's take a look. To find these calculators, simply type in sorted.org.nz, and then along the top here you can see there are tools, which is where I want to go. So I'm selecting KiwiSaver Calculator. You then have a selection whether you want to use your KiwiSaver for your first home or for retirement. Select retirement. For most people, they are wanting to use their money at age 65. And let's just say you're 30 years old. You can put in whatever is relevant for you. You're employed, and I'm just going to say this person earns $70,000 per year. Let's say they've got $5,000 in their KiwiSaver. And it's automatically defaulted to balance, which roughly means you might have about 60% into growth assets and 40% into income. Could of course change, could be 50-50, sort of, or 40-60 even. Conservative is quite low risk. You might only have 20 to 30% exposed into growth assets, and defensive is just about cash. In other words, you would probably be lucky if you had 5% exposed into growth assets. And then the other end, you've got growth investments or aggressive. Aggressive is exactly what it says. You've probably got around 95% of your fund, even up to 100% into growth assets. Which fund is best for you is what you have to determine. And in fact, there are some tools on here that will help you identify as to which fund is going to be the right one for you based on your tolerance for risk. So let's just leave it at balance. What it is saying here, that for our person at age 65, if they're 30 years old today, earning $70,000 and contributing 3% of their wage, they're going to have around $230,000 by retirement. If that's going to be enough, who knows? I can't answer that. But what it does say when you scroll down, that's about $215 a week over and above superannuation until you're age 19. You can go further and click on the retirement calculator to make sure that that's enough based on your own lifestyle goals, but we can do that another day. Another thing that you might want to consider, for example, is you can actually increase your contribution rate. So if you see there, suddenly it took it from 233,000 to 274,000. So it's quite a big difference. And if you look at it on a weekly basis, suddenly you're getting $253 a week until you're age 19. As you can see here, the steps are all the way up to 10%. So if we contributed 10%, now this may not be affordable for some people immediately. However, what you can do is perhaps increase your contributions as you receive pay rises, because this calculator is assuming that you're staying on $70,000 from now until retirement, which, as we tend to know, that is not the case. We do tend to get pay rises along the way. So as you get a pay rise, it could be worth considering increasing your contribution rates, because all of a sudden we're at $517,000 at age 60, which is an extra $477 a week. So that is what I wanted to share with you today. That's a simple calculator that we use when we do financial literacy coaching, and hopefully that can help guide you as to, are you contributing enough to your KiwiSaver? Again, reach out. I'm here to help. Happy to guide you through perhaps some ideas and things that can certainly help you live a life of financial freedom. And of course, if you're looking to run financial literacy sessions, again, here to help, love to do them. They are a lot of fun and people gain so much. Reach out to me and we can see what we can do. Until then, take care.